Like, I've been that girl where I've been in spaces around powerful, beautiful women that had a lot going for themselves. And I felt like I'm not doing enough, or like, yeah, inadequacy. And I wanted to come on here and say that that is okay. Hey folks, my name is Jasmine, and the name of my social media platforms is Journey with Jasmine, because life is what but a journey. And I want to talk about feeling inadequate as a woman around other women. So I just did a previous video about how I'm 5'10", I wear heels, and I be putting that ish on when I'm out in public spaces, right? And I'm always complimented for that. But in the same breath, as there's still, I get side eyes or people that I can tell I make them feel maybe less pretty or inadequate or like they didn't do enough, right? And I would like to say I've been on the receiving end of that. Like, I've been that girl where I've been in spaces around powerful, beautiful women that had a lot going for themselves. And I felt like I'm not doing enough, or like, yeah, inadequacy. And I wanted to come on here and say that that is okay. That is such an okay feeling. And now that I have this self-awareness, where previously without this self-awareness, I used to almost feel like I didn't like these women and I didn't know why. I didn't know these women from a can of paint, and I would just avoid these women. And so as I've had time to sit down and think about why, for one, I think as a child abuse survivor, my mother was a powerful woman. She had all these things going for herself. And in the same breath, she made me feel like I could never amount to that, and I would never surpass her or be just as great. And so I've learned to minimize myself and almost think of myself as less than, right? And so then I sat with that. And so now what I do is almost like a form of like exposure therapy, right? For one, I know that I've made other women feel inadequate. And with that knowledge, I know how it feels. And so for me, feeling inadequate, it's like the inner thoughts of feeling like I can never be that great, which is false. I feel maybe like I don't belong, or like the things that God has blessed this woman with, maybe God won't bless me with. That's a lie. And then I have to sit and think about my confidence and my self-esteem, right? And within doing all those things, I'm able to process and basically pinpoint that this feeling of inadequacy, it's not valid. It's not valid. And instead now, when I feel that feeling, I do this thought process and I arrive at this point of like, okay, this woman is in a space that I desire to be in one day. I don't no longer view these women as competition. I no longer view them as somebody having blessings that I will never have. I view these women as people that are successful, and I don't know their story. I don't know what they've had to overcome to get to where they are. I don't know their commitments and promises to God. I don't know anything. And again, in someone else's story, I'm the one that makes them feel inadequate, right? And so with all of these different thought processes and having the time to self-reflect, it's okay to feel inadequate. And instead of just taking that feeling and running with it, try to get to the root problem of how you arrive to this feeling. And like, do you also arrive at maybe low self-esteem, or feeling unsure, not feeling like you're deserving like me? Like, this is a common feeling. And I think oftentimes when it's not really looked into, we just write it off as like being jealous or envious or not liking somebody without having no absolute reason why. And yeah, I just wanted to give y'all some things to think about. And I love having deep conversations like this and being able to really think through the uncomfortable feelings that I feel and get into the root of it. And I just wanted to bring you on this journey with me, right? Bye.